5-minute reviews. Battle Scars. Battle Scars is where the series really ramps up, and especially with the threats of the crew being affected by the inhibitor chips, as Rick has been having these headaches throughout the series, and Rex is able to point to them in a very emotional and dramatic scene that they have to get him out. And I like the fact that it's Rex, because Rex coming in and they've slowly kind of developed his return in many scenes, and for him to say that they need to come out, and it really comes across and it just makes it more impactful in a way. The fact that he's seen all the deaths of his brothers from that episode in the Clone Wars, and I believe it's called Life and Death, I believe. But yeah, it's a very important scene, and the whole journey towards them, getting there to the cruiser where they can operate to get the chips out, starting with Wrecker. And it's very unique, scary, but also very dramatic at times, especially when we have Wrecker having to climb across the rope thing, and then it falls, and he kind of has a little encounter with this creature. It's dramatic but scary, but it just shows that Wrecker's strengths can work against him, as we see here, and it's sad to see that, but it makes it more compelling. And then the whole scene with him being, controlled by Chip is really scary, because what he's doing is turned against his compatriots, is turned against them, and they don't know what to do, and he attacks Hunter and he attacks Tech as well. I'm like, Rickon, whoa, no! And that's what makes it very, very important, because you gotta look back at some, for example, Ren Sith, Cody turn on Obi, and then Rex nearly doing the same in Life and Death in the Clone Wars. It's important to showcase that even if they're not affected, they can still be affected, and anything like headaches with Wrecker really, really helps the story and makes it more scary and interesting. And I think the way that Omega is nearly killed by her friend, and and then Rex comes in and takes him out, you just feel like that's not the real Wrecker. And that's why it's so emotional when you look back at their story, their friends, and friends to turn on it, even though it's not his fault, is just very scary. And the scene where he wakes up after his surgery and all that stuff, it's really emotional, because you're just relieved that he is okay, and it really comes across to me as genuine, and especially his little chat with Omega, which is true, and it really has like a little look back to when she said to Crosser when he was being affected by the chip. It just shows that it's hard for them to distinguish when they're control, and then when they're under control, they can instantly regret. And I think that's why it's so important, this story, because it just shows that friendships can have those moments, and this episode for me shows that. But yeah, that apology scene is so beautiful, and I sometimes cry over it because it's just so well done. I'm going to round off with, of course, the ending with Hunter saying his loyalty is with his squad and Omega, which is understandable, because, he should be on Rex's side, and he still is, but he knows that there's other responsibilities, and of course, that's what we're seeing in the second series. They do kind of make sense in a way. And of course, the end when the Scrapper spots the good guys, it is one of those most interesting endings that leads on to the next episode. This is definitely probably my favourite episode of the first series of The Bad Batch. I hope you enjoyed this 5-minute review. please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Thank you for listening to the podcast. Subscribe to Fasman Jara